Hi, welcome to the Event Industry Facebook Live. I am Jen Singer, the founder of the Event Industry, a online community for you, my fellow event planners. How are we doing today? Are you celebrating any wins? Are you having some struggles, some challenges this week? I love my job, but some days there's just some challenging times. But then there's other weeks where you have like huge wins, where you have a new client, or you execute an event and it goes really successful. So if you're celebrating any wins, drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear about them and give you a nice high five for them. Today, we are going to be talking about what do I charge for my event services? And this is a great question and something I struggled with when I was establishing my business. I have my own event planning business, Jen Singer Events, as well as this business, the Event Industry. And when I was putting the details together and starting this business, I was really kind of struggled with like, what do I do? What do I do with determining how much do I charge? Like, where I charge too much or too little? I did a lot of Google searching, and I just found like it was really challenging to determine that rate. So a fellow event planner had emailed me recently and had asked the same question, and so I thought I would put that out to everybody and kind of go through some things that help me structure my fee and my rates for the different kinds of events I produce. If you wanted to take any notes or want to kind of reference any of the tips that I'm going over, you can go to theeventindustry.com. That's theeventindustry.com. There's a blog post on this, and it contains all the content that I'm going to go over, as well as some tools I'm going to mention at the end that you can use to do contracts and proposals, track hours, like all the things. They're all there. Totally help you, theeventindustry.com. And if you have any questions, you can also email me at hello@theeventindustry.com. So, okay, when it comes to determining your rate, this can become like a really personal matter. Money is, can be very personal, and determining your value is also really challenging. And that's totally got to be something that you determine. And before I jump into any of the suggestions, what I will just say is, whatever you determine is your fee or what you want to charge, just be confident about that and just say like, this is what my expertise, my creativity, my experience doing these events, like all of the things that you're bringing to your clients, like is totally valuable, and you're awesome and you should just own it. So I guess I've also been reading a lot of Jen Sichero's lately, and this, you're a badass, everybody's a badass, I'm a badass, we're all badasses. So that's where that's coming from. Anywho, okay, so whatever you determine is your rate, just own it, you deserve it. Okay, so here's some of the ways that you can kind of structure your fees. And all of this is gonna really depend upon where you're living, the kind of clients that you're serving, the types of events that you're producing, and the length of how long your business has been activated. In the very beginning, when I started my event planning business, I charged a little bit lower. Thanks, Jen. I charged a lot less for some of my clients because I wanted to build my portfolio. I was looking just to get my business name out there. So there were some clients I took in the beginning that I took at a much lower rate than I do now because I was just trying to get established. So take that in consideration. So the first way to structure is hourly. And that is you come up with an hourly rate, and you and your client, and you just determine that's the hourly rate you're going to charge for your services, and you track your hours, and then you just bill accordingly. So pretty simple. There is a tool that I've used for this, Planning Pod, and that's in the blog post. So you can reference Planning Pod's a great way to track some hours, also create invoices and payment processing too. And also, you can plan events in there. I do some of my logistics stuff in there, but that's like a whole nother topic. Anywho, Planning Pod could be a great resource for this. A good range for what to expect for an hourly range. This is totally dependent on your market too, and all the factors I mentioned before, but that could range from $25 to $100 per hour based on all those those factors. Okay, so another way to structure your fees is on a flat rate. And I do this for a lot of my projects. And this is you basically outline with your client all the expectations, everything that's going to be expected of you to produce, if it's going to be a multi-day thing, if you're going to need to bring additional support staff, like all those things into consideration, and you generate a proposal and you kind of calculate based on like hourly rate, kind of all different things can be taken in consideration, and you basically give them a flat rate for the package of your event services. Now this can range too. I mean, I've charged anywhere from $1,500 to $10,000. So lots of factors that can, weigh how much you charge. Another way to charge for your services is percentage of the event budget. Now I see this a lot more so, and I would only recommend this to people that have been in the industry or been planning events for a long time, because you really need to have an understanding of a lot of the line items in advance. And this really is helpful for people that work on the same types of events. So if you're a wedding planner and you plan very similar types of events, this is a great model for you. And I see a lot of wedding planners do this, is that their fee for services is a percentage of the event budget. And this can range from like 15 to 25%. So all the factors of location and market and types of clients or types of weddings that you're hosting, all of those taken in consideration. But the percentage rate is one way to structure your fees. Now, another way to earn revenue unrelated to billing your clients is through commissions. Now, you can get commissions from a lot of different vendors. It could be through the venue, it could be through your rental company, it could be through the AV company. All of these different vendors offer commissions typically to event planners or discounts, and you can either choose to take the commission check or you can pass on the savings to your clients. It's totally up to you. There's like no hard fast like rule to this. I go either way sometimes. It really just depends. A lot of the nonprofits I work with, I pass on the savings to them, and because they need it to help their budget. Or it also allows me, even if it's not a nonprofit, it's just a corporate client, it allows like room in the budget to do some really fun stuff. So you can earn commission from your different vendors and either take that as revenue or pass that along to the client. So just to recap, here's the different ways that you can earn money and charge for your services. Either the hourly rate that can range, $25 an hour to however much you want to charge, $100 an hour. You can do the flat rate for the event. You can do the percentage of the event budget. I would recommend that if you've been doing this for a long time, and also if you've been doing a very similar type of event for a long time. Or you can also receive commission from your vendors. Okay, so the other tool that I want to mention that I use a lot for these contracts and proposals and dealing with money is a program called Honeybook. It's used a lot for many different kinds of vendors, whether you're planners or florists or what have you. There's a link on the website on theeventindustry.com, and also there's a promo code. So if you are looking to utilize the software, this is great. It creates the most beautiful like custom proposals. You can do the billing in there. You can do the contracts in there. I've been using it for a number of years, and it makes things very seamless when it comes to basically putting together these proposals for your clients and like selling your services. So it showcases your work and does it in a really professional manner, and I've been very, very happy with it. So check out Honeybook for that, or check out Planning Pod if you're just wanting to do invoices. They have proposals too, but I'm not as keen on those as I love Honeybook. So excuse me. Hope that was all very helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the lovely comments, and hope you guys all have a great weekend. Thanks.